Speed dating events have become a humiliation ritual for men. Why would men want to go to an event where they have to compete for shiny nickels? These women are 3s and 4s and 5s at best.
Girls, if we all collectively decide to get off Hinge, then guys will have no option but to go to the bar and to approach people in person because they won't have any options online. They have like the world at their fingertips on this little phone device. Like Hinge literally is giving them thousands of people to choose from, and they're like, the next swipe will just be the better one.
These are the kind of girls that say, you'll never find a girl like me.
Gotcha, bitch.
They're all like carbon copies. This is a perfect little shot. Look at the face. They got 2 brain cells fighting for 3rd place.
Shots fired.
I'm sorry, honey, but I always tell people, and put a 1 in the chat if you agree, you don't meet your husband at the bar, you don't meet your wife at the club.
Yeah, I feel like that's why most like relationships on Hinge don't work, is because these guys are swiping on you, they're excited, and then the conversation just goes blank literally a day later because they found something else that's not even better, but just like newer to them. It's just more exciting. Exactly. Let's start this train.
Yeah.
So that
I'll start a train for you. Choo choo.
Delete your apps to talk to us at the bar.
This is what these women do, though. They do this just to get rid of the competition. It's like that one girl we covered that day who was like all against marriage and against being engaged. Where's my freaking chapstick, dude? I'm over here fishing for it. She was all against marriage and all against getting engaged, and then before you know it, she's like engaged and getting all these Louis bags and stuff like that. Like, it's so performative. What they're trying to do is just get rid of the competition here. Chat, put a 1 in the chat if you agree. These women are trying to get all the ladies off the app so they can actually have more men to pick from. That's exactly what it is.
I was hoping to take a picture with my friend. Can you get it?
With me? Thank you. I will definitely. I'm joking. You can.
I was hoping to take a picture with him.
I don't have to get up for you. You can stand behind and take the picture. You have to kiss my cheek first.
I'll get up.
This is proof that money, power, fame helps a lot in the dating market.
I'm good. What just happened?
I'm trying to take a picture with you.
This is just embarrassing. There's a reason you...
DDG's like a whole, 5'4". He's not very tall, but he's got money, power, and fame and clout, and this stuff really, really helps in the dating market. That's why I say go out there and become the best version of yourself, and women will just gravitate towards you.
Right. It's all women.
Yeah.
That's exactly what
I don't want to do them anymore because it's so hard to get men to sign up, and I actually...
It looks like Dumbo's sister, bro. Honey, your ears are as big as mine. These are the women that go to these events and complain, there's no guys. Why aren't men approaching me? Look at you, honey. You look like an extra on Ice Age. You know, like, it's just not there. It's not there. It looks like your dad co-wrote Gumby, you know?
I had one a few weeks ago, and one of the guys was like, please do this again. This was awesome. I'm like, I will do it again if you promise, get friends to come. Like, it's so hard to get guys to sign up. And he's like, no, why would I want more competition?
Yeah. A bunch of women can't get guys to come? They wouldn't expect that typically.
But why? Like, I guess both perspectives. Like, what do you think? But also as a guy. So if you told me when I was 27, hey, there's a singles event where there's going to be 20 to 25 really cool women, I'd be like,
okay, there's the stretch. See, he even had to make that face. There's the stretch. Really cool women. These women aren't in relationships. Probably there's something wrong with them.
Yeah, like, that's sick. Why would I not go? I go to the bar to meet the single woman. Yeah. Why wouldn't I go to the singles event where they actually want to meet me too?
Yeah.
But as guys, why did we never go to them?
Yeah, doesn't it take away the thing of rejection? Like,
well, my perspective was this. I feel like guys are super sensitive to get rejected, and when you go to a singles event, there's an expectation that you should hook up or you should meet somebody.
Yeah.
And if you don't, it's like, oh well, you got rejected, and maybe if you hit on somebody there and they don't like you, it's very in your face.
He makes a great point.
Well, like I said, it's a humiliation ritual. You go, and women are already... The thing is, the women that go to these events, and chat, put on one in the chat if you agree. The women that go to these events are already picky vickies. They're already picky vicks. These women have already showcased that they are so picky they can't even find a man. With the plethora of men out there that are willing to be traditional and settle down and have a family and be in a relationship, they can't find one. They couldn't cuff one. That's the problem. These women are too picky. They get online and they think they have a plethora of options, when in reality, there's only probably a few subsect of men that are actually in their league. But every woman, like I've said in previous episodes, women don't self-identify as being a bum or being broke. But you know what? You guys might identify as being broke if you don't go download free cash. You can literally play mobile games for free. Scan the QR code, click the link in the description. It's super easy. Average time to earn your first cash is 17 minutes, $24. Average withdrawals sent yesterday. That's more than some people make in an hour. You can play a multiple different types of games. You get to choose your offer, choose how much you want to make, and you can get paid out same day. And if you sign up with this QR code right now, you'll get $10 on me. Don't ever say I've never done anything for you guys. You scan that QR code, click the link in the description, you'll get $10 on me. It's because I got your back like a chiropractor. Let's get back off into this. Breaking news. The New York Times found dating for women in New York City is so brutal that some dating events are charging $100. And men, 0. And the attendance ratio is still 3-to-1 women to men.
Loneliness is felt online. Female loneliness is felt in person. New York City, for example, is having dating parties where the women pay $100 and the men go for free.
I love that.
Attendance ratio is still 3-to-1 women.
That's the equality I like right there, chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. That's the equality I like to eat that up. That's good.
Into men. And no doubt the men who attend are terrible. And this kind of reminded me of entrepreneur clubs.
Stop it there, bro. Who's this pander bear? I was talking to Jack Morgan when I was on his show. If you guys haven't gone and checked out the episodes I did with him, go to Jack Morgan RLP on YouTube. Great guy. Love Jack. It's these pander bears. You know, all these men are crap anyways. It's so performative, like trying to get on the women's side. This is why I say we got to end this epidemic, dude.
You go to an entrepreneur club, it's just a bunch of real estate agents and people who are not real entrepreneurs, people you would never meet, because no successful entrepreneur really goes to an entrepreneur meetup. Just how no successful guy is going to go to some in-person dating thing.
Know your worth, gentlemen.
I mean, I do agree with successful men don't go to these things. And I don't go to entrepreneur meetups. I consider myself an entrepreneur. And I don't, because I work for myself, but I'm not going to these things. How are you still single? You're such a catch. Me at a singles event, ignoring every man in sight. What the fart is that, dude? Somebody come get their auntie. That's somebody's aunt out there alone. All this effort. I got ready, went out, and no man said hi or bought me a drink. What's happening? I mean, she looks all right. It's a little skimpy for me. It says my side hustle is OnlyFans for me. That's what it says. I don't know. I mean, she's not bad, but she's also really tall. And the thing is, with these really tall women, I don't think they realize this, but these really tall women, they're already ex-naying a lot of men, because if men aren't, at least taller than you or your same height, then you're probably not going to be going for him. And so my whole thing is tall women, if you go out, don't wear heels. Like, don't wear heels, don't wear platforms, don't do any of that. It just makes it so much harder for you. Wow, this dude back here is... He acts like he pays bills, bro. He got back from doggy daycare acting like he pays bills, but...
25.
2 days until Valentine's Day, 30 and counting ugly men on Hinge. You know what's funny about this whole thing with the Hinge stuff? They match you based on what you look like. This is why I say life is a mirror, not a window. You're getting matched based on what you look like. So if you're getting these men, it's because that's the level of man that Hinge thinks you qualify for. I love it. They don't even realize it, though. Just like that, drinking wine, drunk.
26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
You might want to bring those standards down, ma'am.
Just the plethora of options that women have. And like, she's sitting in a sweater looking beat to bits, and acting like she's just better than all these men. So last night I went speed dating.
So last night I went speed dating, and this is what I thought. So it took place in this bar in the city. We met upstairs, we got a drink, and then we were ushered downstairs to the seating area. The women got to sit while the men had to move around. Love that for me. And we were given this little slip where we would write the name of the people we spoke to, and we would give them a yay or a nay. It was enjoyable, but I basically just told 20 different guys what my name was, where I was from, and what I did outside of work. If you're not a talker or you've got a bit of social anxiety, this might not be for you. But if you love chatting to loads of different people, give it a go.
Why would anyone want to...
I mean, it seems more like a job fair chat than anything, in my opinion. That to me seemed more like a job fair. Let's get into the comments of the previous video. This is about the OnlyFans creators are losing everything and nobody feels sorry for them video I did. Daniel says, you can leave the adult industry, but the adult industry will never leave you. It's a permanent scar that never disappears. I completely agree, bro. It's the scarlet letter. Oh no, you mean they'll have to go out and get an actual job? Must be devastating for them. The best possible. Joshua says, the best possible thing that could happen for society is if OF shuts down. We would have much more fast food workers and I could get my double faster. You guys kill me, bro. I will never want a woman who streams and or posts a lot on social media. On an unrelated note, I took a young woman I met on Tinder out to eat yesterday, and her husband walked up to our table and started yelling at her for being a cheater, and she literally said nothing to him. He asked me if it was a date, so I told him yes, and that I didn't know she was married. Dude slapped her drink into the wall and stormed out of the building. Keep in mind, I only met this woman in person for the first 15 minutes prior to all this. She told me she had never, ever been in a long-term relationship when we were texting. I paid for the food, still drove her home. She insisted, he's just my ex, he's just jealous. I was like, well, wow, I'm invested now. Well, you're obviously a liar. I don't deserve to be treated like that. Hopefully you figure out what's going on with your husband. Dropped her off, blocked her on everything, looked her up on Facebook afterwards, and they're definitely married. You cannot trust these women. Wow. That's insane. The system, child support, and divorce court need to be changed, period. Y'all will see. I agree, Leo. They will use virginity on men as an insult, and it's the other way around towards them. So true. If anyone remembers the Ashley Madison data breach of 2015, I think it's just a matter of time till OF announces a data breach and the content creators and subs get leaked on the internet. Just saying. That would be hilarious. Like all these big actors and popular people and streamers get outed for that. You know what I mean? Do not pay any of these women. Do any of these women pay taxes on their income from OF? Yeah, they do. They have to, depending on what state they're in. Short-term solutions create long-term problems. I agree with that. The sad part is that their videos will always be on the internet waiting to be discovered, and they will be discovered. Sorry, but porn stars and prostitutes do not make for good wives or mothers. I agree. No man will ever, with even a shred of respect for himself or dignity, would ever consider dating an OF worker. I agree. If she's outside, she's not your girl. She's the internet. That's why I'm saying, dude, like, when you're a street worker, even when you're an online street worker, like, you can't really get out of the streets. You just work less hours.
She's a runner, she's a track star.
A woman recently posted online and shared her experience with attending a professional singles mixer event. She states that she drove nearly an hour, 47 minutes, to get to the event, and when she arrived, there were no men there.
That's a long time.
And here is the empty bar. You can see that there are only women across the bar, no men other than the men who work in the building. Why don't y'all come to these events so you can meet a woman?
Why don't you guys want to come and just get all the leftovers? Why? Why not? What's wrong with us?
Were the responses. So, of course, one man brought up the bear. Basically, why should we go to singles events when y'all already said you feel safer around wild animals? Another man states that the men that women want wouldn't even need to attend these events. Another one states that men do not want modern.
Would you attend a blue-collar singles event to waste our time and money to get none back? Now we good. Why would we go to one of these? You're absolutely beautiful. Any man would be lucky to be with you. Of course, that's a woman. Too bad I'm not there. We could engage in great conversation over a few drinks. Great combination. Some of us quit drinking a long time ago. And I feel like, dude, a lot of people don't drink. Jack Morgan doesn't drink. We were going out. I was like, I'm going to give me a little cocktail. And they're like, we don't drink. And I was like, respect. Respect to it.
Women, more complaining about the cost of dating. And yet again, more of them complaining about...
Because many of you don't want a man, you want a sponsor. I say women want father figures. They don't even want boyfriends or husbands. Why waste time and money? By whose definition? Ugly attitude. Y'all said y'all don't need a man, so we listened to you. Looks like about 10 people there, including the bartender.
The cost of dating.
For a lot of men.
I mean, and I'll be honest, the cost of dating is expensive. The cost of everything's expensive these days. Everything's crazy expensive. So you got to be careful with what you want to go out there and enjoy. And a lot of times when you go out and wine and dine a woman, you're not getting nothing in return. Come with me to a singles night as someone who doesn't go out.
Really rogue, but I'm going to a night for single people. A girl came up to me in the gym, Courtney, and she was like, I'm going to this thing tonight. It's a singles night. Do you want to come? I text my coach and I'm like, you're of logical mind. Do I go? And he was like, it'll be fun. So now I'm going.
Guys, we're at a singles night, right? We walk in.
What in the actual fart is that one on the right? What is that? These are the girls that say, you'll never find another me. You're dressed identically.
I'm so glad I didn't dress up.
I'm so glad that I didn't. I'm so glad that I didn't get to this. Dude, their accents are thicker than cold peanut butter.
Over 40.
I like an old man, but
no, they've never stepped foot in the gym. It's not giving down.
It's not giving steroid.
Your grandpa.
It's giving nice boys.
It's giving you look like a frog, you know? Gotcha, bitch. Especially the one on the right.
And I'm sure all the
even when they were just going through that, the level of narcissism they exude, they're constantly looking at themselves while making this video. Like, they can't just talk to the camera. They're like looking at themselves constantly, preening.
Horrible man going to no speed dating event. I don't know who need to hear that, but before y'all keep wasting y'all money and time going to these speed dating events, don't do it if you expect.
No, I agree. Because, and chat, put in one in the chat if you agree. The types of women that go to speed dating events are leftovers. They're leftovers. That's just what it is. And so if leftover women are going, leftover men are going. Like, clearly women have had issues in the dating market. That's why they're going to these events. So any guy that would go would be kind of in the same boat. But guys are smart. Guys are like, why would I go to a place where I'm just going to get shamed and humiliated? Not a lot of men want to just walk straight into rejection. And I'm one of those guys. I don't like getting rejected. I don't know any guy that does. Now I like failing forward, you know, going to the gym, trying to get stronger, working on my craft, trying new types of videos, trying new things is cool. But with women, getting rejected, it sucks. It's not fun. I don't know any guy that's like, I love getting rejected. Dude, it's awesome. No, it's not fun. I realized at a young age, though, it's just part of the game. And then you start to build up a wall to it. I tell guys, go out there and shoot your shot. If you like a chick, shoot your shot. You think I got Cass? Well, I don't know. Some of you guys haven't seen Cass, but if you go on my Instagram, you can see what she looks like. She's clearly the better looking one in the relationship. But I didn't get Cass by not shooting my shot. I got it by shooting my shot. Men are hunters. We're predators. We hunt. We shoot our shot. That's what it is. And so in college, I had a lot of success, and guys would be like, man, how? Like, how are you doing this? I'm like, I approach more women than you do. It's a numbers game. You approach one chick hoping to buck one chick. I approach 10 and buck 3, and you think I'm winning? Technically, my lose percentage is 70%. My batting average is only 30%, but I'm shooting more shots than you. I'm approaching more women than you, so therefore I look more successful. So it's the same thing here. But back in the day, women weren't recording you and posting it online. Like, they would just reject you, and it was like on to the next. I'm so old that I remember back in my day, you could send a woman a Facebook post. You could poke her on Facebook, and then hopefully you could, poke her in real life. Those days are dead and gone now.
For everyone that lives in New York, specifically the guys that live in New York. Why the do you not go up to girls? Like, why is your favorite activity to just stare at a girl like this? Like you're...
Well, I mean, I'll be honest. Like, you told us not to approach.
Stare at a girl like this?
Look, it's the eyes, Chico. It's the eyes, bro.
Like you're glitched? Like you're low...
She looks like her dad's the Crimson Chin. Shots fired! Something about the face, man. I don't know what it is.
It's because women told...
Yeah, and also, men are great listeners. I know women like to say men don't know how to listen, but you told us to stop approaching.
Got back from this event, and what is wrong?
Good Lord.
With men?
She looks like an XL version of Selena Gomez.
They have lost the art of approaching. Like, if we make eye contact, and we make eye contact multiple times, that is your sign. That is your sign that I am interested, that the girlies are interested, and that is your sign for you to come up to us and talk to us, because that is the okay. So, like, do women have to do the approaching nowadays? Because that's not happening. If you think that's what's going to happen, that's not what's going to happen.
You can make all...
Good Lord. I love how these big back women always think that men want to approach them. This is why I say, like, these women never identify as ugly. No woman ever will identify as being ugly.
Well, guys, It's another failed Friday night date. And you know what? Like, I don't even want to come on here and...
Then don't. But you don't want to come on here and bitch, but you're going to do it.
Because I'm just like... I don't know, maybe I'm back in another stage where it's like pretty clear I should just be by myself. I'm just getting sick of being by myself all the time. I don't know. This guy I didn't even meet on a dating app. I met him in person last weekend, but he's just boring. Like, I don't know.
I'm afraid you're just...
I'm telling you, man. This is why I call it do better syndrome and the Frankenstein curse. Do better syndrome is basically where a woman meets a guy and she's like, I mean, he's great and all, but I think I could do a little bit better. So they just want the next guy, right? And usually relationships are typically boring. Like Cass and I's life, dude, if y'all were to hang out with us for a day, it's a lot of diaper changes, crying baby. Like, we go to the grocery store together, we go to TJ Maxx together, and then we go to the gym. We eat the same stuff every day, and we come home. I play fetch with Lokes. My life is pretty boring. The most exciting thing I did recently was fly out to go be on Jack's podcast. That was like, my life is not very exciting, bro. It's very boring. But I believe a mature person, a mature man, and a mature woman realizes that boring is scalable, and that's how you start to build wealth in a life and build sustainability in a life. And put a 1 in the chat if you agree. I feel like a boring lifestyle is easy to scale. And I'm always thinking about scaling. I'm always thinking about, how can we save the most amount of money? How can we set ourselves up for a good future? How can I make sure baby Nichs is going to be set up to, whether she wants to go to college, do something else, go traveling? Cool, we can do all that. We can go on family trips. How can I make sure I'm securing a good future by being boring today so I can be fun tomorrow? These women just want to be entertained. And then the Frankenstein curse is this, where a woman basically takes all the best attributes of all the men she's ever been with in her past. So like, let's say Mark had a good hairline, Jason had good PP, and then Chris had a lot of money. Now the next guy's got to have a good hairline, nice PP, a lot of money, and he has to drive a fast car. Like, that's the problem. That's why a woman's body count matters, is because she's going to take all the best attributes of all the men she's ever been with, and she's going to hope that the next guy has them. It's not your job to be him, dude.
To a singles event last night, and I have to say it was the worst singles event I've ever been to. I had a
Was it because you were there?
horrible time, and here is why. Basically, it was a speed dating event but with food, and every course the men would kind of change tables and the women would stay seated.
That's cool.
So every single table I was on, I was seated with people with like just terrible energy, men who were just really not my cup of tea, who just I would never date in 1,000 years. I'm not going to another singles event. I'm not doing it. I don't need to. I can meet people other ways as well. I can go to
You're a liar!
regular events. I can go out on just walking. I can meet
Is this why you're alone still?
people. I can do whatever, online dating. So I don't need that.
Don't worry, I'm sure.
Oh my, the cope is crazy. Get her a cup of copium, you know what I mean? There was also something I was going to say. Oh, what I don't realize is how these women don't have the self-awareness to realize that they are the common denominator in all the failed relationships they've had. Like, have you ever noticed that every time you go to one of these things, it never goes well? You ever notice that you're always there? You ever think it might be you? No, it's never you. That's what it is. Women will never identify as being whack. They'll never identify as being broke. They'll never identify as being ugly. They'll never identify as being whack or boring.
This episode of I have too much time on my hand and I be doing the most random. So I basically came across this TikTok account that wants to revamp how people date. I said, boom, it's cute. Let me see what it's hitting for. I got there very well organized. I can see why they had success. But where the at? I wasn't even trying to be picky, but where the
Okay, there's a guy there, a guy there, a guy there, a guy there, a guy there. I'm seeing like a 7-to-1 ratio right now.
fine at? No, not the bald. Under 5.
Okay, they have to be fine, and they can't be bald, and they can't be under 5'9". Doesn't look like there's a lot of tall people there in general.
5'9". It really wasn't hitting.
Okay, there's a tall guy right there.
There's more females than men, but you can't control that. I immediately checked out, went to the bar. I'm at the bar. It's like a whole bunch.
I'm seeing a lot of men. There's another guy, another guy, another guy. And that guy's tall.
To other females that feel the same way. We all decided that was not our vibe. It made no sense to waste our time. Ended up leaving. We got dinner and some drinks. All in all, it was a cute experience. I was able to network and make more friends. It's always exciting and fun and new. Where the that? Our target audience definitely wasn't there. We all decided we're gonna have to do something.
I hate how they call networking like going to dinner. That's not networking, honey. That's just going to dinner with your friends. I networked a little bit, met some girlies. Like, no, it's not networking, dude. You just went and hung out with your friends.
Up on just for this date, so it better go well. And I'm not posting this probably if it doesn't. It did.
You have a ribbon in your hair like you're in the 7th grade. You look like you're getting ready for your 7th grade cotillion dance.
Not go well. Truthfully, it lasted less than 2 minutes. I walked up.
Yeah, that sounds like my love life right there. Less than 2 minutes? Sign me up.
A hug and said, "Are you hungry? Let's go inside." We went inside.
Yeah, hey, that's a great question to ask a big chick. Are you hungry? And I can tell by you look like a boiled egg with makeup on.
He said, "Actually, can you step outside for a minute?" I stepped back outside and he said, "I'm not trying to offend you, but I'm just not feeling it." So I walked to my car and came back home.
Oh, you got rejected? Aww.
Dating when you're fat sucks.
It's ooh, at least she has the realization to know that's what it is. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, but it's just, that's the life you ladies live. Dating as a big back is not easy work. It's not easy work. It's not fun. It's really not fun, dude. So it's just like dating as a short guy. It probably isn't fun, but you know, I don't feel bad for him.
Going.
It's like, I'm out. Oh, that's...
See you at the house. Now, before you look at me and be like, that was so messed up, did you really just leave randomly during that date? Just understand that this is what she did to me yesterday. I left. I'm walking home.
Okay, why are you walking home? I don't get it.
Because I'm not going to be there. I randomly left you on a date right now, and so you could learn your lesson.
What?
Yeah.
That's called returning the favor.
Yeah, a little bit of karma. Just a little bit of that. You know, it tastes sweet when you do it. Women always hate it, though. They can't stand it. I don't think he's coming back. I call that the great Houdini. You know, you get the food, and then you're like, hey, you know what? I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick. And then you just slip out the back. You just leave. Yet another romantic date with my best friend and no man. This is why I say I think we're going to see a rise in sister wives, where basically women marry their friends and just to be alone because they can't get a man to take them serious.
Yeah. Oh, do you?
Yeah. Did we go to LA?
I have a place in West Hollywood.
What do you actually do?
He's gonna walk away from you now. Anastasia, that was the wrong way to roll that thing.
No, I'm saying it was so great to meet you.
You too. I don't actually do
No, I don't judge that. I can get your money, do your thing. I looked up already.
I'm looking how nice it looks. So good.
Red flag.
I think we could all tell.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you, if she's lonely fans, you better let her be lonely, man. That's all I gotta say. If she does OnlyFans, let her be lonely, man. Should have been nice. Should have bought a Honda, put it on a t-shirt. What do we got here?
Swiping left on the bottom, 95% of men. Oh my God. Women match with 36% of those they like, while men match with less than 2%. So basically, women have like a 1 in 3 chance of having a guy like them back, but men have a 1 in 50 chance. That's the meme. Yep. The meme is unironically real.
It's not a meme.
Yeah, it's hypergamy, dude. Hypergamy, brother. They always want the best. And women just don't think they're beat. That's just how it is. All right, what do we got here? What do we got here? Let's find something. Let's say... Okay, what does she got? What does she got?
Can't turn a hoe into a housewife. Okay. But women are supposed to turn felons, cheaters, and liars into kings?
Wait. I don't think most men are felons and cheaters. And you know, I'm not a felon.
No. You're supposed to stay the fuck away from them.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You're supposed to stay away from them. You know, that's what you're supposed to do. All right, let's see what does this chick say. What do you bring to the table in a relationship?
Hey, what do you bring to the table in a relationship?
2 things actually. This and this.
She's a runner, she's a track star.
Well, I guess 3. 4, 5, 6, 7. 6, 7.
So now.
She's a runner, she's a track star.
And then these women wonder why they can't ever find a guy. And then when they do find a guy, it's always like, all he wants is my body. All he wants is to, have sex with me. Well, that's when you're selling it. That's what it is. Women are marketers and men are salesmen. We had, so we did a call-in show when I was on Jack's channel. And a few ladies called in. And one of the ladies called in and she's like, I'm ready to be in a relationship. I'm looking for a man to be with. And I was just straight up honest with her. Like, she exuded femininity. She was very feminine. I think maybe even she even watches the channel. I'm not going to call her out, but if you know, you know. If you're watching, I'm talking about you. But she was super sweet, super nice girl. Didn't have any crazy piercings, didn't have a bunch of tattoos, but she had green hair. And I was like, any traditional man that's looking for a woman that wants to be either a housewife or have kids and start a family isn't going to go for a woman with green hair. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. Men that are traditional, they want regular everyday women. They want women that have just natural hair, natural face, natural body. That's really what they want. They don't want women with green hair. They don't want women with septum piercings or tattoos. Now, maybe this new age guy does, but I say, like, if you're willing to get with a traditional guy that wants traditional things like a family and he wants to provide, more than likely he cares about what his family thinks and his friends think, because he more than likely has a social circle. And I'm like, the more you can look natural just out of the box, the more likely you're to find that guy. Now, not to say there's not alternative guys with tattoos and piercings that would be cool with that. Most of the time, though, from what I've seen, those guys don't want to be super providers. The guys that want to be super providers are like very traditional. They're conservative. They don't go for women with septum rings. They don't go for women with, crazy colored hair. They go for like regular everyday women in milkmaid dresses. That's what they go for. Like, I have tattoos, but I'm very traditional on what I want in a woman. Like what I was looking for in Cass, very traditional. She had natural hair, natural body. She didn't wear makeup. She was very conservative. Like that. Those were the things I was looking for. So like when I say women are marketers and men are salesmen, you have to realize that your image is selling something to a guy to buy. So if you're selling that you're a modern woman with green hair or a feminist woman with green hair, men are going to take that at face value, and men already don't want to approach. But if you have green hair, it's going to make it way harder for them to even want to approach. But even though you may be traditional in all respects, you may want to cook, clean, stay at home, raise kids, be barefoot and pregnant. I believe, and in chat, put a 1 in the chat if you agree. I believe 75% of someone's perception of you is how you look. Just how you look. So I'll challenge you guys. For the next week, if you can, to work or you're going out and about, wear a suit. Wear something very nice. Wear something elegant and see how people treat you differently, but also pay attention to how you carry yourself. When you dress nicely, when you dress up, people treat you with respect. And then you also walk with a bit of confidence that you didn't have before. Versus a t-shirt and jeans, versus wearing a suit, you're going to feel the difference. That's all I used to wear in college was suits. That's all I used to wear. And then people started taking me like really serious and be like, oh yeah, Levi's got something of value to say. And then I would even go back home and visit my hometown, and we'd go out to the bar. I'd be in a 3-piece suit, looking fly. People are like, why are you wearing a suit? I'm like, because this is me. This is how I feel. Like, I want to wear a suit. I want to look nice. You want to wear a t-shirt and jeans? I want to wear a suit. Why does it matter? But then guys around me are like, dude, you're making me look bad, man. You're wearing a suit. I'm like, I know. I look like I got it going on, and you don't. I'm telling you guys, dress up. Wear a suit for a week and see how much people treat you differently. It sucks, but that's just the nature of it. As humans, we assess threat on what people look like. So if somebody looks at you and you look wonky, you're already out the runnings. People are going to avoid you. But if you look traditional, you look professional, you look high value, people are going to treat you that way. Because when I was wearing suits, dude, I was broke as a joke. I don't even wear suits now. I could afford a nice suit, but I ain't going to pay for it. I got this shirt on Amazon. Loki, do you want to... Oh, wow, okay. Wow, sit. Shake. Free. Go to your place. But, yeah, man. 75% of somebody's perception of you is just how you look. Just in your image. Just how you look. So if you can look professional, you can look high value, people will assume that you are. The problem is so many people don't want to wear nice suits, don't want to dress nicely. People want to dress casual. People want to dress, you know, provocatively, and that's just how it is. So what is this? This video popped up on my feed. The girls on their mission for the night. Okay, so they all grab one, get 10 different phone numbers. Okay, that is some hoery. She got carried away with 7. Take a pic with a man's chain. Passed. Okay. Dance on top of the booth without getting kicked off. Good Lord.
Big back, big back.
I bet she weighs 220. Went 30 seconds straight before security. Get someone to buy the group a bottle. Extra point for the custom sign. These are the games that women play, dude. This is the game. These are the games they play. They go out and do these things and think that it's normal. You know, I don't know. This is crazy work. This is wild work. That women think this behavior is normal. Going out to the club. In my opinion, dude, if you're going out to the club a lot, you're already not wifey material. You're already not material to be wifed. You're runner material.
She's a runner, she's a track star.
Oh, do you feel that, chat? You feel that? You feel that right there? Oh, that's runner material. Straight up runner material. But that's what it is these days, man. That's what it is. So, I feel bad for the younger generation. I really do. Because they're going through it right now. The younger guys, man. Because all these guys, they do want traditional women. They typically do want a family, but they can't even get close to finding any of that. They can't even get close to finding any of it. Women are being programmed now. Women are being programmed to think that being in a relationship, having a husband, having children is oppressive. It's the most beautiful thing out there. I got a bunch of my friends like trying to have kids right now. And it's a beautiful thing. I love it. But I feel like us millennials in chat, put one in the chat if you agree. I feel like us millennials, we're just doing it a little bit later. Like our parents did it in their late 20s or early 20s. And now we're doing it in our early 30s and mid 30s. And also the cost of living's crazy. Jack and I did an episode on like home. I think it was a live stream we did. With like home prices and stuff like that. Like the same buying power that you have now, you'd have to make $300,000 a year to have the same buying power as $100,000 in the 1990s, which is insane to me. How many people are making over $300,000 a year? God, it's so difficult. So difficult. I didn't start making that kind of money until I was doing YouTube full time. And I'm like, in my opinion, YouTube's a cheat code. Like content creation's a cheat code. You don't have to be super intelligent. You don't have to be highly specialized. You just got to be a little entertaining. But this is the world we live in where attention is a currency now. Attention is what pays more. Like, there's pilots out there that make $300,000 a year. Pilots. I got a guy that called me the other day on the number here. He called me on Connect With Me. If you want to call me, you can call me Monday, Friday, 12 p.m., 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. This dude's like a captain, pilot, making $300,000 a year. And I'm like, how are YouTubers making as much as this guy? This dude is in charge of people's lives. He has years of experience. Like, he's flying big-time people. Like, I think he messaged me the other day. He had, like, Snoop Dogg on a flight. Like, this dude's doing it. He's doing it. It's just wild to me. Like, I can't believe that attention is paying as much as these highly specialized skills. Like content creators are making more than anesthesiologists. They're making more than doctors. They're making more than lawyers, which is insane to me. Ain't that right, Lugs? Ain't that right, buddy? Aww.
Won't they do?
He's like, I don't care. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It's always good to have you guys out, man. Until next time. Peace. And actually, I was going to do this, chat. I was going to see how many people are actually going to stick around. I was watching Invincible on Amazon Prime. I don't know if you guys have seen it. But they'll like run the credits and then they do a little scene at the end. And I was like, you know, I'm gonna do a scene at the end. So if you are still here, put Green Goblin in the comments. I want to see who the real ones are. Put Green Goblin in the comments since I'm wearing a bunch of green today. Green Goblin in the comments. I love you guys. All right, man. Peace.